Hi fellas, nice back here again, and I've got another inbox review for you, something a little bit different. So we're looking at Vespid Eagle 4, okay. So this one is a German utility production from 2011 in 1/35 scale, and this one I believe comes with some resin wheels. But we'll look at that when we get into it. Looks like a really nice vehicle. Looking all around, 4 different marking options. So I'll do, get on red and we'll get cracking. So normal fare with Vespid. Now they do normally do 1/72 stuff, but as you can see this is 1/35. Open it up and we can see we've got a full sprue map there with some photo etch, 4 wheels in there, some mirror stickers and what have you. So moving straight on, and we've got what looks like part of the drivetrain going on to the chassis, which, if that's correct, that looks like it's all one part. If it is, that's really nice moulding. Wow. Yeah, then adding other bits and pieces to the chassis as we go along. Moving on to what looks like putting some suspension parts on there, some bars at the front, some of the arms coming from the transfer box, more parts of the chassis. I think the body's going to mount onto, no it's not, that's going onto underneath, so that looks like it's just a protection for the chassis, the parts underneath the chassis for going over rough terrain. We're then looking at the part of the body, and we've got the exhaust going on, so this is the underneath, and as you can see we've got the exhaust going on there. Before we then mount this with the springs on to the main body of the chassis. Some more bits going on, mud flaps, again some more protection for those parts underneath, and steps up into the cab. Wheels going on, so you can see we've got the 4 wheels going on with hubs, and looks like some have got actual discs for the rear. I know we've got the discs from all. Front bumper, looks like there's some texture on the body itself. Some other little odds and sods going in. The dashboard, radio and all that sort of stuff going on there. Getting built up, some more parts here. These look like the seats. Took me a minute to understand what they were because they're upside down, but yeah, this is seats going on, getting ready to go into the cab. And then we've got the front and rear seats on both sides going in. A bulkhead at the back going on. The roof of the driver's cab getting ready and prepped. That's then getting added to the vehicle with the windshield. Bonnet going on, again the bonnet's all one piece, which again looks really nice. The 4 wiper blades on the windshield, and then we've got some photo etch, some hatch going on, all the aerials for the radios, what looks like another hatch going onto the vehicle. Another part of the hatch that actually it looks like the main gun on this vehicle, all getting built up together to go onto the actual vehicle. So it's not a hatch, that's just the turret for the gun. So the rear people can get up and fire this, I would have thought, or it might be fired from safely inside the cab. I don't know too much about this vehicle. Doors going on, Another what looks like bins going on the top with some latches, more doors. More doors, then we start looking at the rear cargo area with a bin going on the back. The cargo bay bottom, you can see just there. And then the main cargo bay going on the back like so. And then it's all built up. Then we've got the German Army. ISAF, I'm not sure what that is. We've got two of that markings. Then we've got a German Army in Afghanistan, and then a logistics school of the Army in Guttersalt. Been a Guttersalt a few times myself. So let's move straight into the plastic, and what we'll do, we'll look at these first. So you get some rubber tyres, but you also get these. So these are resin. So the rubber tyres come just in the normal kit. This is the advanced kit, so you get these. So we'll just put them to one side, and let's see how we can open these. Let's see if it'll let me open them without damaging it, because if I can't open them, oh, there we are. Take that out. And let's see if we can get these out. So some really, really solid resin wheels. We've Continental on, okay. They look really, really nice. And again, like I said, they're really, really solid. So solid bit of kit. So they're much more of an improvement over those. Now these tyres do have on the sidewalls, you know, Continental and stuff like that. But with them being rubber, they're going to be hard to paint. Whereas these, they should paint just like normal plastic. So I'll just put them up over there, out of the way, while we move on to the plastic. And I'll just work my way through the parts. So we've got the main cab just here. Everything goes onto this, so I'm not expecting a great deal of detail. There are some rivets on the inside as well, but I'm hoping a lot of this gets covered up. Some nice work on the door hinges, and some nice non-slip texture just there, like so. Then we've got the main chassis, and this looks really impressive actually. So we have two sprues. Okay, so we'll just start with this sprue. So this is the main chassis, and as you can see, it's all one part. It's not been on a sprue, so they've not done this then cut it off. There are a few mold lines just there and there either side to get rid of, and a few sink marks, but this is a solid bit of plastic, and that bit there, we can see them, that will go to the underside of the vehicle, so you won't see those parts. So that's really, really impressive. The other part, so we've got the bar for the front of the vehicle. Some, I don't know what they are, if I'm honest, and some really delicate parts just here. So be careful when you're cutting these off. As you can see, they could break quite easy. Next up, we have the main cab. So this is the main cab, again with the checkerboard plate, really, really nicely done, and that's all the real detail. You've got a bit of detail underneath, okay, but that's looking really, really nice. Next bag, we've got a sprue of two exactly the same, so I will only take one out. So in this one we've got the seats, so you've got some nice texture on the seats. We've got the wheel hubs, we've got the suspension part, so the air suspension just there, hooks, springs. Wow, springs are really nice. Whether they're a little bit oversized, I don't know, but you can actually, you know, if I just pull it down, I'm just being gentle, you can actually see it springs. It's an actual proper spring. That's really, really impressive in plastic. That's really impressive. Mirrors, again, it's got some really good detail, some nice crisp rivets on the wheels, no flash, some good detail on the seats. That spring is fantastic. So more parts of the cab, so steering wheel and what have you next. So there we are, we've got the, turn around that way, we've got the main instrument panel, some radio parts, steering wheel, front windshield and doors. And again, we've got nice crisp detail. We have some on the, so this is a hatch that goes onto the roof, and again we've got some non-slip texture on it, which is good. A screen there for whatever they are dealing with, and again some really quite good detail inside of the doors. We've got a little bit of detail as well. What they would look open, I'm not certain, but you know, once you get to that point of the build, you'll be able to have a look at it. So the next sprue has got parts of the rear cargo bay on it. So we've got, like I said, the main part of the rear cargo bay, and all these little add-on parts. I'm just trying to see. So we've got some shells, some rounds there by the looks of it. I think that's part of the weapon. And there is the machine gun, the weapon on the top, and it has been bored out, so you can use, you don't need to do that yourself. Now I'm not certain whether, well, it's got the cooling fins down one side but not down the other side, but I don't know the weapon, so I don't know whether that's got that or not. Two more plastic sprues, and then we move on to the photo etch and stuff like that. So let's get this open. So these protection bars underneath on the belly are on this one. Parts of the transfer case, gearbox, whatever you want to call it. We have our brake parts just there, with the other parts of the brake disc just there, and hubs and all that sort of stuff. Some sort of oil sump, it's quite nice, Allison on it. A tank just there, and other bits and pieces. We've then got the bonnet and the cargo area. So we've got the bonnet, all one piece. Looks really good. Really impressed, all one piece and solid, no sink marks. I can't even see any mould. Oh wait, maybe that's one. Maybe that's one, just runs down there. Maybe that's a mould seam. Maybe, because there's it might be one. Might just need to give it a quick swipe just to smooth that little ridge off that side. But other than that, that's really nice. And then we've got the cargo cover. Okay, so we've got some making it look like material. It might look okay once it's on. Again, I'm not too sure about this vehicle, how good that would be. And again, there's a seam that goes all the way around this. Now, whether that's meant to be there or not, I'm not certain. Quite possibly it's not meant to be there because of this part here. They've got a mould line just there and a mould line just there, and it just matches up to these parts here. So I would think that that's how they've done the mould. So they've got a plate on the top, a plate on the side, and a plate on the back. So you can just see there's a diagonal mould just there. So that line there and all the way along, I think needs to be removed. Now, that's not an issue at all. It's just a couple of swipes with a sanding stick, but it's something to bear in mind. Now, I could be wrong. That could be meaning to be there. Okay, if going on my experience being around Land Rovers and Bedfords, they wouldn't have that seam going all the way around. It'll be one piece pulled over the framing on the inside. Even the back here wouldn't necessarily be a seam line. It might be there from that bit there to that bit there, but these corner bits, maybe not. But that's just my experience from being around vehicles with this type of thing for the cargo bay. Now, I'm not going to take these out, but the photo etch seems really thin. We've got some, what looks like some masks as well, which is great. I didn't see that mentioned in there. We've got these mirror parts and also the decals, and there's not going to be a lot of decals for this. So that's really quite nice. So that's Vespid's Eagle 4. Really nice kit, some really nice detail. Some nice design cues on there. I love that the springs are springy, if that makes sense. That looks really excellent. The nice addition of the resin wheels. Now this one, like I said, this one is the VS 350001S. So the S stands for maybe superior or something like that, and that's for having the resin wheels. If it doesn't have the S, so it's VS 350001, that's got the rubber wheels. So again, you have to make do with the rubber wheels on that. But yeah, it's a really nice model, this, and I think it'll build up to look really spectacular. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.